Hey YouTube, this is KingCobraJFS with another video. I just got off work. One of my coworkers has an 82 or 84, 80 something Eagle hatchback, and she was talking about getting rid of it, and she was going to trade in for a truck. I asked her how much she wanted for it, and she said she wants $800 for it, and so I figured, that's reasonable for me. I can do $800, But first things first is I have to get my driver's license, and then once I buy the car, I'll go down to DMV and register it in my name and all that shit. But it may not be like a kick-ass hearse or a rat rod or anything, but it's still a cool hatchback, and it gets great gas mileage. And with hatchbacks, you can put a bumping system in the back, and really have that thing kicking. So I may or may not be getting a car. I don't know, it depends on me getting my driver's license. So I get tired digging out an ashtray, so fuck all some pipe tobacco. Shit. Got my lighter. But yeah, it's an older hatchback, and it's got the the wood interior and all that shit. It's so. And I've ridden in the car before, and it drives decent. It's not too terribly bad. I found my eyeliner again. I was wrong as fuck, because here's the kicker of it, I went to go take the bus to work, right, and I found out, and just remember that the bus doesn't run late on Saturday, so I basically ended up walking to work, and on the way to work, I found my eyeliner sitting by my work. I was like, oh, look at that, I recognized it too, so. But if I got a car, that would definitely help with getting to and from work a lot easier. So it's older hatchback, it's great on gas mileage. I got a kick-ass sound system out of stored away for it. So yeah, just gonna talk to my mom and dad about it, let them know what's up. Or I could just do this on my own. I need to get my parents involved. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But once all said and done, it could end up costing a lot of money to get it registered and all that, and licensed and all that in my name. So, but I definitely want my parents' input on this, because I've never actually bought a car before. The last two I had that I was working on, the first one I was working on was a 92 Geo Tracker, and say what you want, this is going to be my first car, right? White with hot pink, blue, and purple splash effects. Had a royal blue and black interior. Now I ended up saving up money to buy parts for it because the top broke, because my mom tried to scrape the window when it was cold out. It was made of plastic. It was an honest mistake. The stereo system got ripped out of it by some assholes. They threw it on our neighbor's yard, so I ended up replacing it with a CD player, brand new CD player, speakers, kept the original amplifier, new top, put brand new royal blue carpet in it to match the interior with new top, and an Uga horn, okay? And then it was doing good. My mom was opening the candy bar trying to drive it one time, and she accidentally honked the horn. Oh God! Well, God, I buy it because my old motorcycle was like, okay, then, and then fucking drove out like, what is this? But then the Geo went kaput, so the parts and the engine went bad, so me and my dad parked it in the garage, and we were going to hand it off and have it repainted royal blue metallic with black flames to match the interior, so we were one sharp little Geo Tracker, and it's a Geo Tracker, but yeah, it's good, I guess. But then we found out that the parts for the engine cost more to replace and repair than the frickin' paint jobs. We're like, screw this. I took all the parts I invested into it out and gave it to the scrapyard. So my second project car I was working on, was a 52 Ford pickup. Oh, man. It was a gift off my great-grandparents' ranch. They had a little junkyard going there, and they gave it to me, so. I took it to this guy who's going to work on it for us, right? Well, it took the fucker 2 years to work on it, and he was being lazy. Oh, try a month from now, whatever, and I'll get around to it. And then, well, finally, my family was moving to Casper here, so we were like, okay, here's the deal, we're moving in 2 weeks. You get this shit done, we're leaving it here. Alright, fine. So he gets it done, demands cash. Okay, so we take it to my uncle, who offered to work on it for free, because hence how he owes my family a favor, and he does that kind of thing as a hobby, right? He takes the box off my uncle, off the pickup that the guy gave us. It just fell apart, rust and cancer. Now, the guy put a 351 Windsor dual exhaust in it. 351 Windsor, man. He did the exhaust just right, just all demonic and just really low and throaty. He just had a nice sound to it. Well, then, as it turns out, that's another thing he did right on the pickup. The chassis he put on it was too big and too wide for the truck. The engine's down here, it's supposed to be up here, just a whole mess of problems, right? So my uncle was put to the task of fixing what that shithead did at the garage that we took it to fix right. We figured, hey, maybe it'll change. Little story about my uncle. He's never been very competent, never finishes where he starts, He'll get a project car to work on, basically, and he'll give up halfway through and just sell the damn thing, so. Yeah, he's had several body shops and all that, and he's skipped out on rent and shit like that, so he's lost a lot of shops and a lot of tools that belonged to my family, so. Yeah, and to make matters worse, he's living with his parents, my great-grandparents, my dad's mom's parents. They're both brother and sister, basically, my grandmother and uncle. If the oldest family would be different, he's like, oh, I've always wanted a little car for Josh. He had the opportunity. Well, as what happened, my grandparents moved me out of the States, and basically, he was too, because he wasn't going to be going with them, obviously. So, basically, the pickup had to be done, or, come back to Casper with us. Well, unfortunately, nor me or my dad could afford to take it back to Casper, and we'd already invested several thousands of dollars into it between me, my granddad, and my dad's dad, and me, my dad. All of us had put money into the pickup to give him the money so he could build the fucker and get it done, And it didn't make it to Casper, unfortunately. I had the box of parts for it that I was going to put in a little customization shit. I was going to put in my system in it and all that, and, yeah. I had a Cobra King with a sword on it, but got the blade taken out, so I take the head and use it as the shifter knob. The pickup looked really sick. But I never got to that point, so we took all the parts that I was going to put in a little box. I carried it with me to the car, and then they put an ad up for project art, what was all in it and shit. And it came this close to going to a scrapyard being crushed for parts, but someone came and bought it for $500. Yeah. My granddad was nice enough to let me keep the money for my next car, so yeah. And after that, I've seen several cars around town here in Casper that I wanted, but I didn't have the money for them, or the license for, so it kind of sucked, but yeah. So I've had shitty luck with getting cars and all that. Fuck. But here's the thing. I got someone I work with who's willing to sell her car once she gets her truck, So if I can get my driver's license before then, and that can come with $800, it's mine. $800, it runs, it drives, it's good on gas. So, yeah. But well, needless to say, my dad was not thrilled about finding the mess in my apartment here, so yeah. So I got it cleaned up pretty good here. I just got a couple things I got to do, like I said, the kitchen and the bathroom area to clean up, but I won't do that tonight. I think tonight I want to finish working on my song that I'm working on, so. I don't know, I might just relax, you know, I don't know. But yeah, Chris said he might be back today or tomorrow or whatever. He hasn't been back yet, so he might turn up soon. Yeah. That's weird because whatever happens to me in life, I share with you guys on YouTube, and it's like one epic episode or some shit, like some kind of sitcom or really, or like some TV series you see on TV, you know. What's gonna happen next time? Amazing Life of Gothic King Cobra. Nobody knows. Stay tuned. But in fact, I have the box of parts. In fact, my mom even got me a steering wheel cover to go up with my pickup whenever it got done, but it didn't work out in my pickup, so it's got skulls now. I think it's pretty sick. But let's see here. Got that steering wheel. Okay. So pipe down. Okay. Well, here's the Uber horn I was telling you guys about. These things are loads of fun to have in your car. Easy to install. This thing right here is supposed to you can adjust to it, and it'll change the tone, lower to raise it. Now, if you get one of these horns, they come with instructions. Ironically enough, I bought it from a company that was located in the next town where I was living at the time, so when I got it. But right here, you see this little groove right here, okay? You put the screw down there and you screw it into your car. You bolt it away from any heat or liquid. One battery, one wire from the battery goes to one side, the other wire from the horn goes here. That's it. And when you honk your horn, it goes, oh. So, this is a kick-ass horn to have, and it's just, you know, novelty. Here's part of the CD player I have for my car. These are speakers I got for it. I actually got 2 sets of these speakers. Here's what the speakers look like. So here's the amplifier for it. And speakers are Bose speakers, and with the amplifier and the CD player, and it had a nice sound system to it, dude. Pretty fucking awesome. And here's my CD player plate. Seeing it's a Panasonic. So yeah, these parts are sitting in my apartment basically, wherever I go, in my room or my apartment now, my apartment anyway. Waiting for the day they might just get installed into another car. These parts will always do the Geo Tracker. Unfortunately, these parts do not get a chance to see the frickin' pickup I was getting worked on. So yeah. Let's here's my Cobra K I was telling you about. Unfortunately, the head needs to be glued back on. It's some super glue, like a welding torch, but yeah. And holy shit, the paint's been chipped off this like crazy. Good lord. But yeah. You know, it's funny because I saw this on a martial arts website and asked my dad if I can get it in. I gave him the money to order it for me. My dad ordered it for me. He's like, this is kind of heavy. He unscrewed it. You know, and he pulls up this wicked ass sword that was in it, like whoosh, you know. He's like, holy shit, it's a sword. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty. I was like super stoked. My dad's like, this ain't leaving the house. I'm like, okay. But then my dad took the saw blade out, so now it's just a walking cane. This can be glued back on. I'll get to that in a minute, or when I get the chance to. But it's just a hollowed out cane. I can put like magical elements in and stuff. It could be a nice little scepter, but. Or what I could do is like, when I get my car, if I do get a car, put this on as a hood mount, just going like that. It'd be fucking sick, dude. But yeah, hatchbacks, it's a hatchback basically, and it's a cool hatchback too. I think it's cool looking, it's older, I'm into the older cars, so it's not like it's, if I need a car that's good on gas, I want something that's cool, not some junky ass little Prius, dude, fuck that shit. Nothing against Priuses, but I would not be caught dead in one of those fuckers, you know what I'm saying? Those things are ugly as sin. But yeah. So, yeah. It costs like $25 to get your driver's license here in Casper, and once you get it, they take you fucking easy test, and then you pass it, and you're good to go. So, yeah. I don't know when Chris will be getting back from his partying, but he's like, excuse me. But he's like, yeah, I got a party I gotta go to on Saturday. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then he left the apartment like a day ago to go smoke some weed with one of his buddies. Just at the party right now, having the time of his life. I would have loved to have gone with him and relaxed and, got high and drunk, but I chose to stay here instead. That way I can have a job and be more responsible with my life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I'm not sure what kind of pipe tobacco's in here though, but it's pretty good. I'm guessing it's either, I'm not sure. That'll happen sometimes. We'll smoke like half a bowl of pipe tobacco and I'll store it for later, and then it'll get really stale and really strong. Yeah. But it's a pretty sick looking little pipe. Okay, I'll show you. This is like my biggest pipe I have. In fact, these two pipes right here I got from the same liquor store. So there's a outlet liquor and tobacco here in Casper that sells pipes and pipe tobacco. Well, and the liquor shirt actually carries pipes and pipe tobacco. That's where I got it. My newest pipe that I got. So, but this thing hits nice. So I don't smoke the pipe that often, to be honest with you. I'm more of a cigarette smoker, but I'm just tired of digging out ashtrays. So I'm like, fuck it, I got tobacco, I might as well just smoke the pipe, until I get money for cigarettes. So and pipe smoking is very relaxing, actually. It's quite good. It smells nice, it's very relaxing. It's a lot cheaper than cigarettes, but well, if that's the case, then why don't you switch to pipe completely? Because, cigarettes are... Well, here's the thing. Cigarettes will get you through for that quick nicotine fix. There's a jolt of... Pipe tobacco doesn't have any or nearly as many chemicals as cigarette tobacco does. Therefore, the nicotine's more of a natural, relaxing feeling versus like a quick, so... Look. But tomorrow is Super Bowl Sunday. I think I know one of the teams is the Baltimore Ravens. So, and personally, I don't care for football. My dad used to be big into football. He was a huge Raiders fan, but he quit watching it because of his high blood pressure. Because, you know, some people get really into the game, like to start cussing at the TV, like, what the fuck was that, ref? You fucking idiot, you know. My dad was like that when he watched football, you know. I never followed it too much, but, you know, I'd sit down and watch the game with my dad just for the fuck of it, you know, and then he'd be like, oh, that's bullshit, that's fucking Denver's cheating, mother. My dad claims that the Denver Broncos are always cheating, getting away with it. As soon as Raiders do it, they get a penalty, and so he's always saying that's not how fair it is and shit. And then Al Davis apparently took over the Raiders for a bit, and it made it worse. So my dad just quit watching football completely because he couldn't take the stress of it watching it anymore. I'm like, yeah, that's good, because if you're taking a sport that seriously, that isn't that fun to watch to begin with. I mean, 50 fucking shit, watch you guys tackle each other. Yeah, that's real entertaining. I want to watch football, it's for the cheerleaders, right? But I mean, I used to watch football when I was a kid. My first team I liked was the Broncos, and that's for the Buccaneers, and then the Falcons, and then it's just like, you know what, fuck it, it's stupid and pointless, you know. So, and golf too, man. Golf's one of those sports that you just go, what is this? It's an old person's sport, man. But I can remember that the day it happened too, I was watching golf, and they announced that Steve Irwin had died, and I was like, what? Excuse me. And growing up as a kid, dude, Steve Irwin was my favorite people to watch on TV, because this guy was fucking badass, dude. You know what I'm saying? This guy was the bee's knees, dude. You know what I'm saying? But then I heard he died from a stingray attack, and I was just like, shit. Now, had Steve Irwin not taken the barb out of his chest, he would have survived, but he took it out, and he pretty much bled out in the boat, so, yeah, it sucks. He's one of the awesome celebrities, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't these fake fuckers you see on TV now, you know what I'm saying? So, you know. Fucking pipe. In fact, when I was a kid, my aunt got me a VHS tape of Steve Irwin's, one of Steve Irwin's episodes here. Shit, find it. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see here. I've got a lot of VHS tapes in my drawer here. Oh, grabbed the wrong one. Sneaky motherfucker. Oh, there it is. Right. Sweet, check it out. It's a really good movie. So, Steve Irwin talking about cobras. So, freaking cobras of the world. It's a good episode. And right here, I got my photo album when I was a kid. You see me when I was a little kid with my stepmom and my dad, or I could show my real mom. Yeah. But, you know, one night I was looking through this photo album, and I came across a lot of holy shit photos, like, damn. Like a picture of my biological mom, and I think her mom, I'm not positive, but you can guess which one's this is my biological mom, Laura. The resemblance is uncanny, isn't it? But I've lost contact with her over the years too. And I made an effort to go see her one time. We went to the mall and ate at a restaurant, a little pizza restaurant, and we were like strangers, you know, we hardly talked, and after that I was just like, I'm done, fuck this shit, dude, you know what I'm saying? fucking messy ass court battles and shit between me, my dad and her, fucking custody split up in the secret. That fucking sucked dick, dude. I'm not gonna lie. And my real mom, she grew up in a very religious family, basically, and a very extremist religious family. And so because of that, she's a little screwed up in the head. You know, that's what my dad says anyway. My dad's like, you shouldn't blame her, Josh. She grew up in a very messed up family. I'm like, I kind of did too. I mean, shit. You know, I got some members of my family that are total alcoholics and a half. You know, like my aunt and uncle used to smoke like a chimney. They quit smoking, and all they do is drink. I haven't heard from them since. You know, but it's different. And you know, that's just the thing too. It's like, well, I'm sorry, but blaming the parents for your child's actions is stupid when your child is fully responsible for their own actions, you know. It's ridiculous. Drinking some Coke I had at work. I'm just kidding. I can remember when I was a little kid, though. My mom would send me shit in the mail, like clothes, toys, and candy and shit. And it always upset me, too. My parents couldn't figure out why. My stepmom and my old dad, they're like, I thought I said this, too. I was like, maybe 6 or 7 years old, and I'm like, because I know she's trying to be my mom, and when her mom's here, she's just trying to, you know. The way they expressed it was like years beyond my age of, you know. So it surprised how my parents were like, whoa. And that's the first indication of Asperger's syndrome, as children with Asperger's are able to express themselves years beyond their age. So and I was fairly good at reading until I ran into my first grade teacher, who was like 106, really crabby, had no patience, and she had this method of teaching reading to track with your finger. Don't sound out, just track with your finger, which completely set me back a couple of years in reading. And in junior high, I had a para, basically an assistant teacher to help me with my reading, and you know, I got sick and tired of dealing with your shit, so I was, you know, I'm getting my shit together and getting it off my back, so I was to deal with this shit, and so I did. And I cannot read, now I read it at a college level. I was reading at a college level then, so, yeah. But you know, I pretended to be stupid so I didn't have homework, and that's why they were like, my dad found out, I was like, Josh, seriously, I fucking hated homework, man, it sucks. But having the para was a lot worse, so I pulled my shit together and passed all my grades from junior high up to my senior year. And I barely passed my senior year, man, just barely, you know. It came down, you know, I stopped ditching class, smoke cigarettes, and just, you know, smoke when I could, you know, maybe between classes or at lunch. And it came down to one class, which was small engines, and I'm not very mechanically inclined, to be honest with you, but I took in the class because I have a fascination with old cars, and I thought it'd be cool to learn how to work on engines and stuff. But the lawnmower engine I was working on was not working. I got the fucker put back together like it was supposed to, but it would not fire up, and you know, the teacher was nice enough to give me a passing grade because he could see I was trying, you know. I'll tell you what, dude, that teacher beforehand, I had the same teacher in woodshop class. I love working with wood and making my own stuff, like my wands and stuff, you know. Well, then I found out about a lathe, and I thought that was so freaking cool. The first thing that popped in my head was, oh, I can make wands with this lathe, sweet. So I learned how to work with wood and the lathe, and I'm doing what I'm told, you know, being safe. And I'm having students go to the teacher saying, Mr. Saunders is being very safe on the equipment. I was being perfectly safe. Complete bullshit like that. Now, this is why I hate our society. This is one of the reasons why I hate our society so much, because it doesn't matter if you're in the right or the wrong. I mean, if you're doing good and you got like 10 people say you're not to the proper authority, the proper authority is going to take their side because it's 10 against 1. And they do it just because it saves time. They don't care. And then say some guy's on death row for a murder he didn't commit, and he's at like the electric, they pull a switch, you know, and it's like, oh, so it was innocent. Oh, yikes. Major screw up on everyone. No shit. Well, going back to the wood shop thing, we were making these clipboards, and you have to put screws in to hold a little clip on, right? Now, the teacher instructed us to safely take the screw off the screwdriver, hold it with a bunch of pliers with some safety glasses on, and then hold it to the grinder to fit. Now, we're standing in line, this guy's working on his freaking clipboard, right in front of the teacher, no safety glasses on, just takes the fucker attached to the clipboard, and starts going right at the screw. Now, what if I would have split the screw, cracked the wood, we went flying everywhere, and people would have got shattered with splinters? No. Did the teacher say shit? No, he didn't. The bell rang, everyone left. I was pissed. I was like, excuse me? I about fucking had this much nerve to fucking say something. I'm like, I'm being unsafe? And this is one of the guys that had tattletale on me for not being safe when I was. And that kind of shit pisses me off. And I had to deal with that kind of shit my entire life, you know? Hell, this is in my senior year. I mean, hell, I was in gym class, my least favorite subject in high school, but it was required to graduate, so I'm like, fuck, you know? I'm in gym class with my long-ass hair down to fucking here, dyed black, and just, like I'm dressed right now, you know? And I got these cocksucking juniors who are about half my size throwing basketballs at me and shit in gym class like it's dodgeball. It's free gym, so just do whatever, you know, as long as you stay busy. And the gym teachers aren't even paying attention. They're over bullshit with each other, talking about sports for all I fucking know. And these fuckers will not quit. So I finally caught the basketball, and I was ready to fucking throw it back at them. And they're like, what? I'm just like, fuck it. I threw it in the stands and walked away, you know. And these two incredibly hot chicks, way the fuck out of my league, were like, these guys are jerks. I'm like, I'm used to it. Like, oh, I'm like, yeah, it's no big deal, you know. Now, granted, if I would have went apeshit and kicked the living fuck out of them like I wanted to, just fucking UFC on their ass, you know, which I would have loved to have done that. It would have been easy to. These guys are half my size and no fucking muscle. Now, they might have been minors too, so I didn't know. So, assault on a minor, suspension from school for fighting, blah, 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 blah. I could have been like, well, they were throwing basketballs at me and they wouldn't stop. Well, didn't you tell the teacher? I'm like, yeah, what the fuck is he going to do? He's going to say, he's not going to do anything. Your supposed teacher's over talking with his buddy about sports. He's not even watching the classes. They're in there because it was a rather large school. And this is NC, right? You know, this is the same school that just recently they found a note of a list of students that some people wanted to kill, and they took care of it, thankfully enough, before anyone got hurt. But from what I've heard over the years, it seems to be a recurring theme in our school systems, and quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of it. I'm glad I'm out of high school, man, but it's like the Plain White T's say, high school never ends. If you've actually heard the song, you know what I'm talking about. It's our society, and it's just unfortunate. It really is, you know, the shit that people, you know. And some people get way into their music, man. I mean, I like music like Cradle of Filth, you know what I'm saying? I don't care for this new age rap crap they call, you know, it's fucking rubbish, dude. It really is. But some people get really defensive about the music. It's like, well, you know, and it's like, okay, you like your music, I like mine. And I've gotten to that point in my life where I don't care if someone likes different music than mine, you know. I'll just say, you know, it's cool for you, I guess I like this music, and I'm just going to stick with that, you know. I'm not going to try to argue with them about decent music, you know, my theories and all that, because it's pointless, because if someone's very stubborn, very set in their ways, they're not going to give two shits a piss what you say. So, but, yeah. I barely graduated NC, barely, and, I've been out of high school since 2010, it's not 2013, 11, 12, yes, I've been out of high school for 3 fucking years. Yeah. Digging out my own ashtrays, and I use bands digging out of random ashtrays. But yeah, if you're go grocery shopping or you're in the supermarket like Albertsons or Walmart or some shit like that, dude, you have to check out and you're kind of just looking at the covers of the magazines they have there. You can't help but look. We've all done it at one point or another, you know. You peruse through and you see what's you know. Well, I saw some shit that made me sick to my stomach. It's like 2013's new styles, what to wear to be, you know, to look hot and fashionable. Which is code for me, which basically means if you wear this, you're not accepted in society. You know, that kind of shit pisses me off. This kind of corporate drone clone bullshit that they have in our society, that you have to dress a certain way to be accepted. Fuck that. Okay? Fuck that. Now, when I say fuck the mainstream, I'm not talking the mainstream. I'm talking the hipsters who think they have to fit in with the in crowd just to be accepted. The fucking shellless, cocksucking zombies who think that if they don't conform to what society tells them to conform to, then they're nobody. They're afraid to be themselves, basically. Some people say, well, Ozzy's the mainstream. Why do you say fuck the mainstream when you like Ozzy? It's kind of hypocritical, isn't it? Well, I think you misunderstood what I was saying when I say fuck the mainstream. I'm saying basically fuck the posers, dude. For real. That's ironic as fuck about this. That's how goth started, basically, is a lifestyle to rebel against the norm of society and do your own thing. And then became the end thing to be goth. So you see the irony behind this, and then people, of course, couldn't tell the difference between a poser mallcore goth and a real goth, you know. It's just a thing that bugged the crap out of me, you know. And from a distance, you can't tell the difference because no one really fucking cares, you know what I'm saying, to be honest with you. So, yeah. You're doing it because you want to fit in, you're doing it to piss off your parents, you're doing it because, you know, then you're doing it for all the wrong reasons. And probably you're doing it because it's who you are, you're sick and tired of society's bullshit, you want to become a free thinker, and you're just tired of not belonging, per se, which is not so much not fitting in, but it's the thing is, okay, not belonging. You're doing it because you don't belong. You want to find people you belong with, people who understand what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? The posers are doing it because they think they have to do it, because they're not being true to themselves, basically. And the first rule of being goth is being true to yourself. Plain and simple. Which means if you conform to what you think is goth music because you want to fit in more with goth and not just be yourself, a true goth will dress goth and listen to country because they like country music, and people will go, what? But the thing is, they're being true to themselves. So, yeah. The goth's not a fad, it's a lifestyle, and people talk about it as a fad. It just gets really annoying. I had this one bitch at Job Corps, she was all like, oh yeah, I used to be goth, you know, it's not just wearing nail polish and makeup that make you goth, you know. I'm like, really? No shit. She had any idea who the fuck I was, you know. I've been in goth since junior fucking high, dude, you know, so I think if she knew that, she would be just like, oh, you know. And society has this twisted view that when you're in junior high, it's okay to be goth and be different, but when you're an adult, you should dress normal and be normal because that's just what society tells you to think. Fuck that, okay? Thing is, I got my own apartment, I have a job, I go to work and come home from work every day to my own apartment, I pay my bills on time like a functioning adult. I don't break any laws, okay? Well, other than the driving without a license recently. But that's beside the point. You get what I'm saying? Society has this twisted view, and they brainwash people to think like this, and it's just sad that people won't open their fucking eyes and think. But who's going to take a guy wearing spikes seriously? I mean, come on. If I wasn't wearing spikes and all this shit that I wear every day, you know, people would be, if I was rich, I was a celebrity, if I was a political figure, people would take me more seriously because I'm with the mainstream, basically. You get what I'm saying? The trendy crowd, you know. But because I think for myself as an individual, people want to go, well, I'm not comfortable in my comfort zone with believing my own things. I want to go with these guys because it just makes it less easy for ridicule. It's the people who are afraid of ridicule and criticism of others that don't take that step and that leap of faith and just start thinking for themselves rather than what society tells them to think. This whole, well, it's just how God intended it to. It's just the way it is, dude. Fuck that. Question that shit, dude. Don't be a follower. Be a setter, dude. For real. Well, isn't that what goth's all about? No, it's not. Okay? Goth's not being an individual and being true to yourself. Okay? But all goths dress the same. No, they don't. Now, granted, they may have similar styles of clothing, but there are different styles of goth. There's rockabilly goth, cemetery goth, creeper goth, old school goth, new school goth, cyber goth, okay? And take different styles of goth to make your own style of goth. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? Be original. But the irony in this is that each person's view on goth is different, completely different, you know? So what I see as goth and what you see as goth is going to be completely different, unfortunately. So, and because on YouTube, people feel this need to argue that you're not very goth, Josh, you're not very good. Really, and you are. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, ugh, You have the preppies who think they're going to be goth to fit in because it's the end thing. I fucking hate that shit. That shit just gets really annoying. It's like, you're not even, dude, you don't even know what this is about. You don't even, oh, I'm so like you, I'm so deep and misunderstood. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Seriously, you ignorant motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? God, that shit is so annoying as hell. And generally, I'm a laid-back kind of person. Occasionally, I lose my temper and get pissed off, and I'll get over it. But people's stupidity just irritates the fuck out of me, especially when they have the power to make it so they're not stupid. You know? But what do you do? You know? And some people try to explain shit to them, they're just like, huh? What? It's like, dude, seriously. I bought a Bic not too long ago for my pipe lighter because I'm the other one right now, so Zippos that I have don't exactly work for pipes. Normally they have pipe Zippos, like little holes in the you know, but I don't have one, so yeah. Now, for one thing, goths don't go on projecting themselves to the world as goth. That's one of the reasons why I changed my name from Gothic King Cobra to KingCobraJFS. Okay? One of the reasons why. Second reason was because my music, you see my artist name King Cobra and my initials JFS on the bottom. So, yeah. It was just a way to be more professional with my username. Instead of trying to project it to the world every time I say it, let my parents show it, you know, which is what you're supposed to do. So again, I apologize to any goths from the past if I might have, broken code. I didn't know any better, but I've done my research, and yeah. But the reason why my username was Gothic King Cobra 52, my first account, because I was goth, I was in the King Cobras, and I had a 52 Ford pickup. Plain simple. But then I got deleted, so it just became Gothic King Cobra. Then that got deleted, so then it just became KingCobraJFS. So, yeah. More professional, if you will, if that makes any sense. And not all goths work at Hot Topic. It's kind of a stereotype. Some work fast food, like I do. I work at Wendy's. Some people are doctors, lawyers. Just because they don't go on with spikes, eyeliner, or flamboyant, lacy Victorian clothes doesn't mean they're not goth. Some people tone it down. Some people just want a pair of black jeans and a black T-shirt and go, out the door like that. But some of us goths like to be a bit more expressive with our style, if that makes any sense. But I've heard this argument thousands of times. Cradle of Filth's not goth, Josh. They're symphonic British black metal. But if you've actually listened to Cradle of Filth's interviews, they say they do not like to consider themselves a genre of music. They're their own style. However, I watched a documentary about Cradle of Filth, and when they first were starting out, they named influences that helped create their sound for them as influential for them that were goth-based. So, Gothic influences, yes. But, again, this goes back to, people say things like, well, you should listen to this and this band if you're goth. It's like, well, I can appreciate those bands because they help start the Gothic subculture. But the thing is, I want to stay true to myself and listen to Cradle of Filth and bands like Cradle of Filth because, again, that's the first rule of being goth is being true to yourself. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Stale ashtray tobacco. Yum. But, well, anyway, I've rambled on enough. I might work on my song later, I might not. I have a rough cut of the piano I want for it. I got the organchos for it already. But I might rework it so it fits the song better. So the notes match the guitar a lot better. So make it sound more professional in that aspect. And with that keyboard now, I can play my own beats, my own piano, my own violin easily. I'll just create one track for the organ or whatever piano I'm using, copy and paste it to the violin bit, and then from there I can create a beat, select a beat sound from GarageBand that I can create all 100% my own, and then press the keys and make my own beat. So yeah, I'm gonna try to be more original with my music this 5th CD. The past 4 CDs I did pretty good, but 9 times out of 10 I'd use the GarageBand piano tracks that I selected for me, and I've altered them crazy, echoey effects and stuff to make it sound really cool. But this CD I'm try to be more original, so yeah. We shall see how it turns out then. Anyway, this is KingCobraJFS in the video. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.